Hey everybody, so I'm just going to do a quick video today. Mostly just going to be an update from our last video. Our last video was like our patio cleanup, and just to show you how everything's growing. And everything has just like taken off. It is insane. And I planted a bunch of flowers in between that video and this one. I tried to take video of me planting flowers, but I just didn't like how it turned out. So I'm just going to show you guys how everything's looking, and I want to get into a little bit about just gardening in general. So even if you do have a small space, or you don't really have any space, we are pretty lucky with what we even have. Like, we don't have any dirt or anything, but I'd say when you're just getting started, it's just a couple of pots or a couple of grow bags, and just get all the tools you need for your area. You can't usually go too crazy if you're in a small space. Like, I wouldn't recommend like any vining fruits or veggies. That just gets a little complicated if you don't have the room. But flowers, peppers, cabbage, broccoli, a whole bunch of stuff you can just grow out of a container. And it doesn't even have to be a grow bag or a pot. You can grow in a laundry basket. You can grow in what are those? The tubs, storage tubs. A lot of people do that kind of thing. But just getting the right tools, like your container, make sure it has good drainage. The grow bags that we have, got them on Amazon. I think there's like 12 of them for like $20 or something. They hold a lot of dirt, and they allow for really good water drainage because they're like felt type material. But containers, any type of container, dirt, doesn't have to be expensive dirt. Dirt can be pretty expensive. If you go look in the store, you can get some cheap dirt. A shovel, you get them at Walmart for like $1 something, or even the Dollar Tree, I think they sell them. And shoot, get a watering can. You don't even need a watering can, but just to get you in the mood, get a fun looking watering can. And really just, once you have all your tools, I'd say is just getting familiar with your area. Look up your gardening zone. We're in like Central Florida area, so we're in specifically zone 9B. So if you look up what gardening zone you're in, you'll find a whole month to month layout of what you should plant in certain months, what you should start growing in certain months, and that will kind of give you an idea of what grows good when and what grows good in your area. And the more you read about gardening, you watch gardening, the easier and less intimidating it becomes. I say it's just the fear of the unknown, because that's what I hear a lot of people say if they don't have a garden. They don't know where to start. That's usually I feel like the biggest complaint, or biggest problem that people face. But the more you read about it, you can get books. I know if you go to a thrift store, like whatever state you're in, you can probably find 5 to 10 gardening books just for your state in a thrift store, and they're older books, but get some gardening books, read about it, watch YouTube videos, Google it, and start doing that. And once you're reading or watching stuff for like a week or two, you're gonna be like, okay, I could get right into this now. Like, it's not so foreign anymore. So I'd say there's really no rush. If you think you don't have a good setup, or you don't even want to start because it seems like too much, before you know it, give it 6 months to a year. Your area is going to look a whole lot different than when you first started. It's really, it's not as scary as you might think. And another tip too, if you're just starting gardening and you want to grow something that gives you a product, flowers or just herbs. I love growing herbs. They are so easy to grow, so easy to maintain, and it's just you get a good amount of the herb, whatever you're growing, and it just looks really nice. And I know it's very rewarding. Growing herbs is very rewarding, especially if you have never gardened before. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything watered, and then I'm gonna take you guys around. Thanks for watching. over here, you definitely saw in our first video, we just planted these. They were just little tiny little saplings. But if you see now, that stalk is so thick. They're doing great. A couple dead leaves here. I'll take off. You don't need to have those around. But they're doing awesome. Smells like broccoli. It's funny when you grow certain things like broccoli or tomatoes, the leaves have like a certain smell. You know, broccoli smells like farts. These leaves, they smell like farts. So you know it's broccoli if you smell the leaves. So they're doing awesome. A lot of growth in the middle for both of them. Looking great. Over here, it's a lot of our flowers. I can't really remember what this pot is. It is some sort of daisy. These down here are daisies. These are both Florida native daisies. I just want to get some color here. This is a variation of poppy. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know what a lot of these flowers are, but we just wanted some color. Our little girl's about to be 1, and I know she's going to be spending a lot of time out here, so just wanted her to see some color and be able to, you know, pick some flowers. So up here, this is chamomile. I just wanted to grow that mostly for drying or herbs or some type of salve or something. So everything's looking good. It's been about 2 weeks now, and all of these are growing nicely, getting a lot of sun. So those will be looking good here in the next few months. Up here, this is a milkweed plant. It's really great for our monarch butterflies. Fun fact, monarch butterflies will only lay their eggs on milkweed. So if you want to see a lot of butterflies, get some milkweed. From what I know, it's pretty easy to grow. I gotta replant it in something. I got a grow bag in the corner over here that I think I'll put it in, but it's doing good. Got some buds up here. Get some flowers soon. And here's our aloe plant. It's been in here for quite a few years now, so pretty much just looks the same all the time. Cut it occasionally for some aloe, but yeah, does us good. And this guy down here, this guy is doing something so crazy. It's looking so awesome. So this started off actually just from one of these little pads. I stuck it in the soil up here, and it became this. First it was just this, not this part, but first it was just this. And then this part started shooting off. You could see got so many buds down here, all these little babies here. And I went and planted another pad over here, over here, to see if it'll kind of do the same. And Kyle and I were talking about we want to get some sort of wood block here and drill it in to kind of support it, because I do not want that thing breaking. It just looks so cool. And down here, I'm going to be quite honest with you, I did not think all of this was going to take off. So this was all from a Florida wildflower seed bag. You get seed bags, it's just a mix of a bunch of different flowers. Really, I think I got it at Walmart. You can get them all over. I've never had too much luck with these seed bags in the past, so I just went ahead and went crazy and sprinkled everything down here in these rocks. I put some dirt down, but oh my gosh, everything took, I think. And as you can see, everything's pretty tangled, so I don't know if a lot of these will survive, but for now, looks pretty cool. I recognize some of these. You know, that's a marigold. These are sunflowers, and the rest I'm not really sure. I think some calendula in there, but yeah, so it's all looking really great. Excited to see what takes and what doesn't, but regardless, I think it'll come out looking really pretty. All back there too. This is a lot of our herbs. Right here we got some thyme, and it's growing down really nicely here. It's a little waterfall effect almost. But yeah, we got some thyme here. We got our rosemary. Now this started off just about 4 sprigs. It was real short. It was like probably about down to here, and this is just taken off. Rosemary is really easy to grow. You can friggin' put this in the ground and it will become a huge bush. So this is looking really great. Smells awesome. I'm happy to have it. And back here's our mint. If you watched our first video, it was scraggly. There was nothing. We trimmed it all down to practically nothing, and this is about a month later. It has just grown back so well. And also, fun fact about mint: don't plant it in the ground. Whatever you do, never plant your mint in the ground. It is invasive. It would take over everything else around it. So if you're ever growing mint, just put it in a pot and keep it there. If you trim it down a bunch of times, you could harvest all this and it would grow back just like a weed. So mint's a really great thing to have. Really, all these herbs here, we just use them in our cooking when we cook steaks or pork or anything. And mint, Kyle likes to use the mint for lamb, and they're good for drying. So just something fun to have, and you know, it just looks beautiful, nice and green, and they stay, they hang around. So back here, a little avocado tree. We just grew it from a little seed from the grocery store. I just wanted to see if I could do it, really. But got some new growth up here. And really, I was just trying to grow it to see what would happen. And hopefully when we buy a house, we can plant it out back somewhere, see what it does. But for right now, it's just something, it's a little science experiment. And it looks great, so. Alright, now over in this corner, this is one of our other herbs here. It's parsley. It is doing awesome, but we are getting ready to just harvest all of it and just dry it, because if you see here, this big stalk all up here with these buds, this is doing what herbs do. This is called bolting, and this means that this specific plant has reached its maturity, and it is going to give us flowers and seeds, and we'll harvest the seeds and, you know, harvest all the parsley and replant it someday. We'll probably do cilantro after we get rid of this parsley, but it's looking great, smells great, and yeah, it's coming to its end. But we got a lot of parsley off of it, so it's done its job. And right next to it, I definitely messed up here. Shouldn't have planted these. I think this parsley's just really well established, and first of all, these are just way too close. I don't know what I was thinking, but these have not grown really at all compared to our other cabbages. But I think they're just too close together, and this parsley's really well established in this pot. So, you know, I just think, you know, they're just getting a lot of the nutrients taken from them, which is fine. Call it a loss. But once we harvest this parsley, I think we're going to go ahead and plant this lemon balm in here, and some cilantro, and just let them be neighbors, see what happens. I don't know how to work out, but that's a big part of gardening too, is just experimenting, seeing what happens. You really can't mess up, or not mess up too badly. And then down here, these are cabbages. This is what we're talking about. So got a little bit of some type of bug seems to be getting it or eating it up back here. Yeah, but they're doing really well. They might even be too close together, but I think they'll do fine. A lot of good growth in the middle. And yeah, they're looking great. Really green. And over here, I've got some calendula. Yeah, I know these are calendula right here. This is a marigold. I don't know how this happened. I think a lot of these here are from this seed packet down here. I guess I spilt some, but yeah, we've grown calendula. I just want to dry it, use it for some tea, or make a salve with it or something. But like a big theme of our garden this year is just flowers, so keeping it real with that. So I think they'll grow nicely in that pot. And here, really small, you can't see it too well, this guy right here, the cayenne pepper plant, a little sapling there. I want to grow some cayenne. I want to dry it, get the seeds from it, you know, grind it up when it's dried, and even make a salve with it. You can make a cayenne pepper salve for sore muscles, almost like an icy hot, and I want to try it out. So we'll see how that goes. And this right here, this is where I want to put that milkweed. Got this soil all watered too, so should be ready for us to plant her in there. Maybe I'll get that done now. Who knows? But yeah, that is our patio garden right now. Nothing too crazy. There's a lot of stuff that we like, so you know, that's important when you're gardening. Try to grow stuff you like and keep you motivated. That's what we're looking like. I'll make sure to give another update video in about a month. See what's going on. But thank you guys for watching today, and hope you have a good one. I'll see you next time.